my way down to the wildlife preserve this morning, I was trying to think of how I found the wildlife preserve, and it's just not that cool of a story. It was just a guy that was working for my client out here that I'm doing work for. He said, check out Medicine Park. So I looked at Medicine Park on Google Maps, and next door to Medicine Park is the Wildlife Preserve. One of the big attractions down here at the Wildlife Preserve is Mount Scott, which is just a giant hill that you can hike up. The trail is a paved road that runs spirally around it. And the first time I went down to Wichita Mountains, I drove around all morning. I was snapping pictures of longhorn and bison. And I saw an elk, but I couldn't get a picture of him. But I spent all morning doing that, and then I thought, hey, let's climb Mount Scott. Well, the first time I came out here was June. And I don't know if you know anything about summers in Oklahoma, but starting a hike at 1 o'clock in the afternoon is generally not a good idea. And I felt like the incline was like this. I feel like when you get on a treadmill and turn that on 13 incline, I think that's what it was. It was unbearable almost. There was many times that I would stop and look out off the edge and pretend like I was taking pictures just so I didn't look like a fat piece of shit, because I just had to take a break every like 10 feet, it felt like. But I got almost to the top. I stopped, I looked around, and I said, I get it, I understand. This is pretty much the top, right? This is pretty much the view. I can go home now. And I thought about turning around for a split second, but I said, no, let's make it to the top. So I turned, and around the next corner was the top. I guess the moral of the story is just keep going. You may just be right. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to lecture you with the moral of the story. Coming for me for a second. some buffalo. Do what I need them to do. Sometimes I think to make a noise like I did with those deer, to try to get them to lift their heads up and look at me. But I don't want to piss them off. Keep in mind, I am in a Chevy Malibu. This dude is the size of a Chevy Malibu. So if he gets tired of me taking his pictures, it's a wrap. They're walking away from me, which is not good. Because there's no road on the other side of that hill. Got this camera up here. I feel like Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights when he puts that Fig Newton sticker on his windshield. I just can barely see where I'm going. Climbed up this big hill. It's not really that big. I'm just out of shape. See if I could look down over the hill to see the buffalo. We'll see. I get asked a lot how I can spend so much time traveling in hotels and stuff like that, but it's because of places like this. Work during the week, work hard, get your work done, and then on the weekends, pack my camera bag up, and I'm out. Without photography, I don't know if I'd be able to do that, because it forces me to get out of my hotel room and find these places so that I can take cool pictures. I especially like getting out here early in the morning before all the other people decide to show up. Get some peace and quiet. Reset for the week. It's so windy. It's so fucking cold. But it's worth it. But now it's time to make the trip home. I got a national championship parade to watch. Go Dogs.